Greetings, Hallowmaniacs! Welcome to another video. For today's adventure, I wanted to take you along thrifting with me and go check out 3 different Goodwill stores. So let's see what kind of Halloween treasures we can find. Alright, so our first stop is a Goodwill that has the best organizational skills that I have ever seen. The display was just phenomenal with their color coding. I love this right here, this little kind of just glass orange vase. I mean, I sometimes will look, and even while it's not completely Halloween, I look for things that are Halloween colors. So like your orange, your greens, your blacks, sometimes the purples. So I definitely like to look and see if there's any great vases. I like that orange glass one. I ended up picking that one up, but I just wanted to take a moment. I was like, I just, love the amount of effort that they did. It was so visually appealing, right? So I like that, and just wanted to see what exactly, because a lot of the stores, as we get closer to Halloween, they will definitely put on a great Halloween display. So we weren't quite at that level or at that point just yet, but I could kind of tell, things will probably be ending up getting cleared out. You'll start to see more Halloween because the shelves were a little bit bare, which is unusual for the Wisconsin thrift stores here. Usually there's an abundance of Halloween, but I could tell that they're probably holding back for this season. But I was still able to find some really nice and kind of special little items, some that we ended up taking home. This right here, I saw just some costume props. Here's a great pumpkin pal. So these ones right here are always great to pick up if you can, and for only 99 cents. I mean, that's awesome. If you could find, this one's Grand Venture, so something that was probably made in the 90s, maybe early 2000s, but it has that unique little face. I like the thicker strap on it, and it was made of good quality. But I kind of just started to rummage through the shelves here to see what they had, and didn't find anything too particular that I had to or could not live without and had to take home, until I will show you a great find that I did find here in a moment. But I was looking to see what exactly that is. I don't know if it was something like a drying pad or something that you could put in the kitchen, but this was a nice little ceramic right here, pumpkin, not necessarily completely Halloween, but again, for $2.99 you could put some candy in it. They had some buckets here, so a lot of the prices were very reasonable. That's why I definitely love the Wisconsin Goodwills. Here I found this one right here, this little hanging ghost. This prop is still in the box. It's a flying monster reaper. Probably something within the last 10 to 15 years. I couldn't find the exact year on it, but didn't look too old or too vintage. But I was just going through the shelves, and as always, you had to look and really pay attention, because a lot of times there'll be so much stuff on the shelves that you may overlook something. I've done that before, and I've come back and then I'll find something new that I didn't see. I'm looking at this right here. This looks somewhat vintage. It's a ceramic, and it almost looked like it was part of a train set. So I'm not sure if maybe there was another couple pieces that went along with this, but again, it has that vintage Halloween look to it. After you start looking at so many different Halloween things, you can really start to tell the pieces that have a vintage look to it, even just the art on it. Next up was a really nice find, was a haunted tree with 6 costume kids. So again, this looked like a vintage piece, something maybe from the 90s, and I liked it. You had the tree set up there, and then it came with each of these tiny little figures. So this was a nice set, new in the box. I didn't really want to take it out, but a lot of times too, you could tell it was packaged very nicely. I found this, I think, was a steal. Here it was, a Spooky Town Lee Max figure for $3.99. Not bad at all. I did open this up because I really wanted to take this home, and I'm not sure. It did say, it had a letter, I think, B on it, so I don't know if B it means broken or if it means, I'm not sure what it means, but I did look at it. A lot of the pieces, I think, here I can glue back on it. They had like that one up there, it looked like one piece came off, but this is something I was totally willing to take the chance on, especially for $3.99. Next up, went into this Goodwill here, and while they had a little small section of Halloween, there were some things in here, like I like this vintage ghost. I love the little hat on him, and again, it was 99 cents. So you can find sometimes some really great figurines, things that even are more vintage, some things that are more modern, but you'll usually get some good deals. I saw in here, I was just kind of going through, they had some costume decor. You saw some suspenders right there. but some other kind of little mustache, some wall decor. These were kind of cool because it reminded me of something that they had for Fun World trick-or-treat bags. So these came out usually in the 90s, but those were not bad. Some of them might be a little bit more modern in the 2000s. They had here, just some more party favors. So a lot of little odds and ends and little Halloween treats there. Kind of moving on, I saw some more costumes, accessories. Here's a little pumpkin. These are always great too if you want to just have a light up kind of jack-o'-lantern in your display. I think it was only 99 cents for that. Had some signage there, all kinds of little goodies. I'm not sure what exactly this was. It was almost like a paper pumpkin. It was for a couple dollars, I think $3, and it was just, not sure if it was meant to be a pumpkin, but it was kind of in the Halloween area, and that's how I interpreted it. But they had also some great kind of Halloween dishes here for 99 cents each. I think there was only 3 of them. Otherwise, that would have been nice to have a 4 set of them if you could get it, but they still are great. So here was another great ceramic piece, this little witch, a serving tray. I thought she was adorable with the green hair, good coloring. Didn't really see any wear and tear on it. It looked practically new, and again for only $1.99. I love when you can kind of come in, find some items that you want to maybe decorate with your kitchen with, such as this. Look at this. It is almost pumpkin pie season. Definitely we'll be having that around Thanksgiving time, but even liked it that it comes with the recipe. So for those of you that maybe are wondering how to get that perfect pumpkin pie, pause this video and try that recipe out. This was priced at $4.99, and you can see the original cool sticker on it there for $16.99. So definitely getting a deal and would be a great display piece. This was really interesting, and I don't think it was fully intact. I think there was some damage. It's $4.99, but I bought one of these last year. It was a skull themed, and it had a neon light that kind of went around, and it looks like there should be a neon light or some kind of light up around that moon. To me, it looked like the piece fell out, but not sure until you plug it in to see what it actually does. They had some great table cover settings and some, you can see Thanksgiving decor back there. I like this one right here with the little, almost had a semi vintage pumpkin, little jack-o'-lantern face there. Here, once we flip it over, you'll see that this one has a little cat design on it. So these were adorable. I like the black and the orange theme. Those are your traditional Halloween colors, and I think overall the best colors to decorate with. Going on to the last stop, here we saw some Triple Trouble right here. These are great little ceramic figures, and these are always fun to find, especially if you want to decorate your curio cabinet with. I have definitely bought some kind of little figures and things like that that I now store in my own curio cabinet. Moving on, I saw this. I thought this almost looked like a melted popcorn decor ghost, but it wasn't. It was actually made of glass, so that would be great too if you had a bulb under it. But they had a lot of different things here. I kind of going through, you can see the pumpkin scoopers, which now I want to be on more high alert now with ones that actually have more than just a scooper and one tool, because now at the Dollar Tree, I noticed that now they only carry in the pumpkin scoopers one little kind of chisel tool and one scooper. And then I was curious, this right here, the stick and carve, it looks like you can put it on a pumpkin and you can carve out designs. So that's something that I think maybe Joe and I, maybe we'll get brave and we'll try something like that. Always, good to try new things, and I never have done that before. Usually I'm pretty traditional. I make the traditional jack-o'-lantern face and never have really gotten fancy with pumpkin carving, but hey, maybe this will be the year for it. Here I found some great table decor. Had that vintage Halloween with that jack-o'-lantern face on there. I believe this is priced at $1 or so, and then it has some cool vintage stickers sitting there. So yeah, I was finding a little bit of Halloween, a little bit of this and that. And again, it was $1.99, so a little bit more, but again, for that vintage look, I would pay the $2. I was kind of going back to that stick and carve the pumpkin right here and decided I'm going to take that home. That might be a fun little project Joe and I can actually do this fall when we want to kind of carve pumpkins. So we are always looking for fun fall activities to do in the lead up to Halloween. But I think that's going to do it for this video here. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. Hope you enjoyed today's thrifting adventure. And remember, friends, to always stay spooky.
Trick or treat.